Hi, everyone. My name is Joe Sergi, and this is the 11th module of my self-help kit on the happy life. This is the audio visual component of module 11. So for more detail, you could read the script version of this module from Michael's website. The title of this module is Goal Selection with the focus on expectancy. Again, goal selection focusing on expectancy. So, what is goal selection focusing on expectancy? The previous module on goal selection with the focus on valence, again, allowed us to understand how selecting goals in important life domains with with high valence can make a difference in generating more positive feelings in that domain. That is, attainment of goals with high valence is likely to produce strong feelings of accomplishment, contributing significantly to subjective well-being. In other words, in the preceding module, we discussed how people can select goals that can bring happiness to their lives. That is, the focus was on goals likely to elicit positive emotions upon attainment. In this module, we'll discuss selecting the kind of goals that are likely to be attained and the factors that influence goal expectancy. To reiterate, this module focuses on selecting goals in important life domains with high expectancy. That is, select goals that have a strong likelihood of being met. Again, let me repeat, that is, selecting goals that have a strong likelihood of being met. Let's revisit Maggie's story. Maggie is feeling happy with her family life, somewhat dissatisfied with her work life, and very dissatisfied with her leisure life. Okay, Maggie takes action in her leisure domain to reduce negative affect and possibly generate positive affect. Doing so is likely to spill over into the most superordinate domain, namely overall life, and therefore it would enhance her subjective well-being. Specifically, Maggie discovers a passion in handicraft such as pottery and basket weaving. She now attends a night class twice a week in handicrafts and feels very artistic and creative. She is also beginning to thoroughly enjoy aerobic exercise. She exercises 3 nights a week. She gets a workout and she loves the instructor, the music, and the people at the fitness center. Moreover, she feels good about staying in shape and losing weight. These two actions in the leisure domain were undertaken with a strong expectation of goal achievement, specifically to shift the valence of leisure life from negative to positive. The positive feelings from the leisure life, in turn, will spill over to the most superordinate domain of overall life, thus increasing life satisfaction. However, the key to understanding the focal point of this exercise lies in the expectation regarding goal selection beyond goal valence. Excuse me. Maggie has not only selected goals that have made a difference in her leisure life, but also has strong expectation that these goals are most likely to be attained or achieved through, again, a selected course of action. And the selected course of action, of course, is attending the night class in handicraft and again taking an aerobic exercise class. So again, selecting the goals with high expectation for achievement is the focus here. But let's say that she elects another goal that has low expectancy of goal attainment. Again, that has low expectancy of goal attainment. Instead of an aerobic exercise, she decides to train for a marathon. Maggie was a track runner in high school. That was a few years back. She enjoyed running back then, but she never competed in a track tournament. She now has little, she's now a little bit out of shape. Nevertheless, she thinks that she would enjoy competing in a marathon. Deep down, she doesn't think she can successfully compete, let alone finish the marathon. Here we have a situation in which she has selected a goal with low expectancy. In other words, her expectation of achieving the goal of successfully competing in a marathon and goals with low expectancy are not likely to be met, successfully met. Hence, the effort is likely to end up as a failure, which in turn would make it worse for her leisure life. When she's not making things better, but she's making it worse because, in essence, she has selected a goal with low expectancy, i.e., meaning that that goal is she would not be able to achieve that goal, which would result in a lot of negative feelings in her leisure life. So we can translate much of this discussion into a psychological principle. And we can phrase this principle and we can state it as follows. It's called the expectancy principle in goal selection. Expectancy principle in goal selection. So subjective well-being can be enhanced by being highly selective in choosing a course of action that is highly instrumental in goal attainment, which in turn is likely to induce strong positive emotions such as joy, affection, pride, and so forth. Let me repeat. The expectancy principle in goal selection. Subjective well-being can be enhanced by being highly selective in choosing a course of action. And again, this is where you need to emphasize that is highly instrumental in goal selection. That means, these goals are likely to be achieved, which in turn is likely to induce strong positive emotions such as joy, affection, and pride. We have to realize that there are factors affecting the selection of goals that are likely to be attained. So I discussed these factors in detail in the script version of this module, which is located on Michael's website. Go ahead and read this script if you're interested in learning more. And these factors, the factors that affect goal completion, includes setting goals to adapt to changes. There's a feed forward function. Goal motive congruence, meaning the extent to which, again, the goal is congruent with your motives. Goal cultural value congruence, meaning that the extent to which the goal is congruent with the cultural values of your group. Goal resources congruence, meaning the extent to which the goal is aligned with the resources that you have in order to, again, accomplish or achieve the goal. Goal skills congruence, and that is the extent to which, again, you have the skills that would allow you to meet that goal or achieve that goal. And finally, goal realism, the extent to which you feel realistic about achieving that goal. All of these factors are essentially discussed in some detail in the script version of this module. And again, the script version is located on Michael's website. Okay, on that note, I will quit. I will leave you alone, and we'll see you in the context of the next module. Bye now.